Okay, so oftentimes we are asked to solve proportions to figure out the solution to a problem. So we have a problem here where it says the wait time for a roller coaster is 20 minutes when 160 people are in line. At this rate, how long is the wait for 220 people? So to solve this, we would just say, set up a proportion of 20 minutes for 160 people, and x is the number of minutes for 220 people. And then we just have to solve this for x. Okay, and to solve this one for x, we simply have to take the 220. So we want to multiply both sides by 220. So if I multiply this by 220 and I multiply this by 220, okay, I'm going to get that x is over here by itself because the 220s cancel. And I now have 220 times 20 is 440 over 160. And let me put it over here. So that's 440 over 160. And that means that I'm going to wait. If I did the math there, it's going to be 27 and a half minutes. Okay. Now, a trick for solving proportions, and so if you don't understand or don't remember what to multiply by and what to divide by, is we can always say to solve a proportion, I can set one up and I'm going to cross multiply is what they're calling it. So I am going to multiply the denominator by the other numerator, and then I'm going to do the same thing with the numerator on the other fraction and the denominator on the other fraction. So when I multiply, cross multiply, I'm going to have 15 times x equals 9 times 36. Okay, and so that's going to be 15 times x, and 9 times 6 is 54, and 27 plus 5 is 320, and then I divide both sides by 15, and that's going to give me 21.6. Okay, so sometimes this, even though it takes a little bit longer this way, it's essentially the same thing that I ended up doing there, except I didn't multiply the x times 160 and then have to divide it by 160 again. But really, it accomplishes the same thing. Where this comes in handy is if your variable is in the denominator. So if I do that, all of a sudden doesn't want to do that. Let's hope it works then. So let's say I have 16 over v, just for difference, and 4.8 over 1.5. So I want to cross multiply again. I'm going to multiply 16 times 1.5. And I'm going to multiply the v times 4.8. So that's going to be over here, 4.8 v, and 1.5 times 16 would be 24, divide both sides by 4.8, and that's going to be V is going to be 5. Okay, so cross multiplication can come in handy if you need to know how to use that. And we'll do a couple more examples later in another video. So I'll see you then.